Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at the Orange OR120. It's a guitar amp. It's from Nembrini. It's pretty metal. It's pretty cool. Let's urge. Well, hello there. Welcome to the show. My name is Jade, and of course, this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Indeed. How is everybody? You all doing okay? I'm excited. We got some guitar stuff for a change. Yay! How about that? So today we're taking a look at this new Nembrini app. Nembrini have a massive selection of guitar amplifiers. If you didn't know, they are the kings of making these things. Thomas Christ has joined us. Doug Kidd is in the house. Hello. Leela is making some tea and getting a muffin. Fat Panda Cat, Tremor Bear, hello to you. Thomas is laying down the links like there's no tomorrow. You can do a super chat or become a member. Actually, I'm thinking, speaking of members, we're going to kick off a members weekly show, and it's going to be today. Not today, but next week, after Thomas. After Thomas does his Make It Rock show, we're going to have a little hang kind of thing just for members once a week, I do believe. It's hopefully good stuff. If Nembrini put their amp sims into a pedal, they'd make a mint. I agree with that so much. I can't. You need it. Sander Wolf, what's going on? You need it. The Vox one's mint. Yeah, look, it's a tough one, isn't it, with this stuff, because you've got hey, Jamie Lynn. There's Jamie Lynn. You've got the a la carte stuff, which is Nembrini, so you can buy the pedal that or the amp that you want. And then you've got other things that are, huge Tonex stuff that have huge basses and all that to pick from. I don't know. I'm interested to hear your comments. What do you prefer, buying the single a la carte apps, or do you just want to get it all in one thing and not have to think about it? It's an interesting thing, because Nembrini makes some really, really cool apps. They do have one where you can just like put them all together in and use them together like a pedal board, so you can use that thing and such. Barry Glenn has popped in to say hi, expecting guests shortly. Well, I expect you to put them all on webcam and show us. You know what I mean? We want to see who they... Brad, what's going on? Brad Example, got Hugh Caldwell. Everyone's in the house. Thanks for hanging out, guys. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's make some guitar sounds. Let's do things, shall we? So we are taking a look. Let me bring up the screen, the right place. Nembrini. This is the Orange OR120. I think you can guess what it's based off. Who can guess what model? Anyone in the chat live? Can you guess what model this is based off? Obviously, it's an Orange amplifier. But, there's a few models of 120s out there. Which one do you think? I'll let you know in a second. Sound off in the chat and let us know. So it is $9.99. It will go up. This is on 50% sale at the moment. So that will go up to roughly about $20. So if you're in on it, you're cool, you like it, get it now and save half the price. I can't tell you when that price is going up, because I am not privy to that information. You just got to hope for the best. Definitely single amps. There's FPC. I bought multi-effects years ago, but only used 3 amps. It's true, isn't it? Here's the thing. I think depends on the person, yeah? How easily you can get overwhelmed with stuff. And when I say overwhelmed, I'm not casting dispersions at anybody's fragile or weak that they can't. But we are in a world at the moment where we're overloaded with good stuff. So much good stuff, especially when it comes to recording and apps and all that. It's, you get a huge pack with all these sounds, and you kind of go, paralysis kicks in. So, there's definitely an absolute 100% definitely a place for this a la carte way that Nembrini goes. I think it's probably one of the best ways. You can shape your sound to how you want and know exactly what you want. Anyway, I'm rambling on way too much. Riverbend Sim. I got it and I like it. I think I've nearly got every. Let's have a look. Now, I know it's not fair because I do these reviews. And hi, Riverbend. I do these reviews, so I do get sent them, and I'm very lucky for that. So thank you, Nembrini, for trusting me as always to do these demos. And we will have some giveaways for patrons. Let's see. What don't I have? The collection. What don't I have? All right, so I got all these. The divided 11 guitar amplifier I don't have. The Voltour valve enhancer. Everything else, I think. Overdrive special? No. Look how many pedals there are. Pedals and amps, I should say. The Faceman 2, the Hivolt. So there's a few I'm missing. Low voltage clipper, BG Ecstasy boutique amplifier. I mean, this just shows you how many there are. You know, I would love to have covered. I've covered nearly everyone I have. I've done a show on, so you can find them. Kali Duo 3 channels, Soundmaster, the pitch machine I don't have. So there's a few. They have a shitload of great apps. Mateusz, what's going on? Mateusz? Iron Maiden, boy. Sean Chandler, hello to you. You got a bunch of them, Sand. I know. They're really good. Ed Zielinski, g'day. The bottom line is they make fucking good apps, don't they? So, there's that. Let's get over to where I need to go over here. I need to get rid of this comment. Because this is not only available on iOS, remember, you can get it for your Mac and your PC over at nembriniaudio.com. And if you want to get this now on your PC, your computer, on sale for $29. It will go up to $137. So, if you're going to get this on your PC, do it now. Yeah. So, did anyone guess what model it's based on? I didn't see that in the chat. Now, remember, this isn't a one-to-one copy. This isn't a copy. This is influenced by, of course. But we're looking at this one. So, it is the OR120 from 1974. So, as I said, there are multiple versions of the Orange. And you can tell this one, right? It's got the FAC dial on here for, what is it, attenuation? Is that what it's called? Was it frequency attenuator control? So it's that one right there. Look at that piece of history sitting on there. Pretty freaking amazing. Yes, indeed. An Orange. Tristan, hello to you as well. So do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear what it sounds like? I made something yesterday. I just jumped on the old Logic and we belted out something. It's not too fancy. It's not going to, it's not going to set the world on fire. I like the chorus though. Unfortunately, I can't sing to anything at the moment due to stuff. But we got some tunage. So let's play this. Let's hear how it sounds. We got 4 instances of it running on here, I think. Let me show you before we get in. So we got one here. We got one on this guitar, one on this guitar, one on here, one on here, one on here. All of them have got but they're all different tones. And we got the NA bass driver from Nembrini on the bass. So I'll shut up. Let's have a play. thick, huh? Now, oranges really aren't known for super crunchy. Like, you wouldn't use them for death metal or anything like that, but they are known to have some crunch. And, it's kind of, it is that rock, rock crunch. You can go from AC/DC up to kind of Metallica, I reckon, for crunch kind of thing. But there's a heap of really cool presets in here. I just want to show you with this particular thing here. So you'd be surprised. We've got over here these two tones for this chorus. If I bring this in. So I'm using, let's bring in the amp. So this is a humbucker lead. And a similar, but a bit of distortion on this one. Sorry, this is the lead humbucker again. Split down the middle. And then we got this lead over the top. Bring in the other two. Two tracks up here. Split. And listen to that bass. Jesus. So we're using on the bass driver from Nembrini. Alrighty, so we need to bring in another guitar. So let's just go through everything. I might do it over here in AUM. Just for shits and giggles, we're going to load up an audio track. Going to choose mini fuse input 2. That's what I'm using for my audio interface. And we shall throw it in here. We'll do a search for range. There it is. Let's load that. We got some sound coming through. I guess I need a guitar, don't I? That would help. Look, there it is in all its prettiness. Now, I'm gonna have a complain first. I normally don't complain. So the old look of Nembrini apps, let me show you an older one, just so you get an idea. Let's do a search for Nembrini. And I don't know, let's load in Ian Hardball. We'll make sure that's muted, because that's crazy. Now, remember the old look of these Nembrini apps on iOS? They had this top section here, which I know some people complained about this. I think people did anyway, saying, oh, it's a bit boring. It's been using this same look for a while. And anyway, Nembrini kind of changed the look up a little bit. And so on iOS, things are a little bit different looking. But I noticed on the desktop versions, they still have this rigmarole up the top here with your save and settings and all that stuff. I kind of wish this was still here on the newer version. I'll tell you why. I complained about this last time. Getting to the, I'm just going to get the complaints out of the way first. So it's not a big complaint. Like, the thing sounds amazing, as you heard. But to get to the presets, to always have to click this menu button over here and then go to presets and then choose a preset and then do that again, it's just a little bit frustrating. I need some arrows on the front page. I don't want to do this. Can we fix it? So, I know that sounds like a really small thing to be worried about, but just flicking between is the only way you can do it up here is you can use the presets panel over here on AUM. And even with iOS, just while we're talking about it, like in Logic, if I want to come in and change this out, it's the same. Oh, see, it's there. See? Oh, no, that's the bass driver. That's why it's there. But here, look. For me to go through the presets on here, I have to click over here and open this tab, and there they are on the side. So I can get to them within Logic. Or if I close this down, see what a pain in the ass that is. And then I've got this menu over here. I just don't want to do that. I just want to have two arrows just to flick through really quickly. That would be nice. Small complaint. I said it with the last one with the new look. Everything else with the new look is wonderful. Love it. I love the buttons across the top. I love having these dials down here that match up with these dials. I love all the rest of it. Fantastic. Being able to flip through, big volume sliders. It makes total sense. But yeah, just the presets, pain in the ass. Have I done complaining yet? Yes. I don't want to complain. But that's where we are. So today, what guitar have I got in hand? We got this guitar. We're using the LTD today, the black 6-string LTD to make some noise. What I want to do is, of course, get rid of that. It's going to cause a lot of pain. Let's throw in a tuner because Nembrini have a really good tuner as well. It's called NA Tuner. I'll throw that before, just so you can see what's going on. I think we should be, for the most part. But then yeah. When I went to bed, everything was good. Off you go. It's winter here, so you know. So when I go to bed, the room just gets so cold and then all the strings just go out. But I get to show you this tuner. Wicked. Now you can hear straight away there's obviously some effects in here too, so you're not just getting the stock standard amp. Let's go up here and go to our default. We're on default right now. And this is what you are going to see when you first load this sucker up. Across from the left, you've got your input volume over here. You've got your output volume over here, which you can control. Let's take it out, just so you can hear without it. Sounds, oh, hang on. There we go. Come out of here. And you can hear without it, there's virtually nothing coming out of that. So it is advisable to use a sim when you're recording in, if you don't have a real amp. Let's go through everything now. So from left to right, let me mute this. Pedals. We've got 4 stomps for you to play around with. We've got a noise gate. We've got a doubler, a compressor, and an 808 octane. On the next tab across, we have the amp settings. So you've got a low input and a high input, which is exactly like the original. We have then the FAC dial here. So this is a frequency attenuator control. It has 6 options for you to go through, and this will shape the mid-range and low-end response. See if I can get some volume going on. You can hear as we turn that up, it gets much thinner. Turning up the FAC. So with distortion and everything, you're going to get a whole lot of different tonage going on there. Hello, Denise. What's happening? We have an EQ here, so hertz and kilohertz. We can bring these up and down, and you can see down the bottom. Right, so there's just very simple EQ. Sounds like another app I talked about last 2 weeks ago. Simple EQ. So you don't have to use the dials if you're not into the skeuomorphic zone. There is down here, we can use the dials down here. So you've got your hertz and kilohertz down here. We've got a HF drive, so it acts as a presence control, adding byte and brightness to upper frequencies. So you should be able to hear that. We've got a gain control and, of course, power off. So there is your controls for the amp. Across here is where things get juicy, because like all of Nembrini's apps, they give you a bunch of cabinets as well. So you have a HK 2x12 vintage 30, MRH 4x12, we've got a VH 4x12, an orange. Is that all of them? No. Yeah, that's all of them there. So you got a bunch of these to play around with. Of course, they're going to create different tones. We'll play with them a little bit more. Let's go on the orange. Turn it on. Nice. You've got a multitude of different microphones to choose. Now, you've got 2 of these, which are in front of this. You can decide which mic by using the arrows here to change between them. You've got condenser 4 and 4, dynamic. We've got a dynamic 57. You know, these are based off. You can see them. We've got the ribbon 121 condenser. So you can switch between these, and you should get a difference. You can control the position of the microphones down here and the distance. You can bypass and just be running through your pedals. So you've got that option as well. You can shoot these off axis, and you've got a mixer for these as well too. So you can control the volume of each mic. I could turn down one of them. And you could pan them as well too. And we have this ambient tone as well. So if I bring down both these mics, we've got a little ambient mic here as well. So you can hear that. That's like far away, you know, ambient room mic. And we can bring these in and mix to flavor. Throw in a bit of ambience. Wicked. So you can solo these out as well too. So you can just hear one of the mics. If you want to fine tune it, you can solo all of these, and you can change the phase as well. If anything's out of phase, you've got phase knobs for each of these up the top. There is that. Yes. Next in our list. So we've covered that, distance, position, all of that. Let's change amps. In fact, let's go over to our effects last and cover this. So in the last section here, normally you've got one of these in here. You've got a delay. We can turn this on and off. We've got a reverb in here. So this is a delay reverb mix combo. We've got an EQ, if you can turn these on and off as well. And we have a compressor on the end of this. So your standard compressor controls, not going to melt your brain. That's our delay. It's sunk at the moment. Turn that off. So you can sync up the top here. There's a tiny little button in here to sync the delay. It's currently sunk. We can change the spread, tone, smearing. Let's turn that off and try the reverb, how big the room can get. So this is up all the way. We can change the tone of the reverb. Now there's not a lot of reverb in that mix. It's a nice big reverb in there as well. We can bring the size back down at that. We don't need it that crazy. Nice. Let's run through some presets just so you can hear what's going on. We've got a baritone clean. This is the black hole. That was Black Leicester. This is a bluesy lead. That would help. This one's called Grunge Alive. I think I used one of these for that demo. This is an octave lead. So this is our 808 Octane here, and I'll just go through some of these pedals while we're over here. What, in fact, they do. Where are they? I'm trying to find the list of them. Where's that octave? So it's an pre-amplifier stomp, and we've got some tones, we've got some gains. So that's with the octave on. So it's a, what is it? Switch engages the octave up effect, adding distinctive high-pitched overtones reminiscent to the Octavia pedal. And you can turn that off, so you can keep the octave on or off. You're still going to get... Now, over here on our left is the noise gate. Well, that worked. We've got a doubler. Is this on at the moment? Let's get it on. There it is, off. On. Nice. And we can control the pitch with this. So we've got a mono offset. And we've got a compressor, which on, off. So there's our compressor. Let's go through another preset. What are we on here? This octave one. This is a 7 crunch. So this is a Strata crunch. Get it right, Jade. Super Strat Crunch. Let's change pickups. No. This is what I used for one of the tones for that project that we started with. Let's take out some of that reverb. Fucking nice. That's nice. We got a tele clean here. Camp G, May. What's going on? This is called Week Tripper. So, really decent stuff, as you would expect from Nembrini. Let's jump out of this and go over here and click on this. I want to run through something. Let's make something. Well, we've got 20 minutes to dick around with this thing. We can do that. We can do it. Let's load in a session drummer. There you go. Fancy. We're going to load in an audio track here. Nice. Wicked. Let's go in here. I can close that. And I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is just move these drums a little bit because I'll leave a little bit of leader there. Hey, garage band cover. Get rid of that. Shall we? Recording that in pretty low. All right, where should we go right now? Decent sound? All right. I love playing the wrong chord, man. What are we playing? This D thing. Yeah! Sweet, let's do a double up. And we'll choose a different tone in here. Shall we? Boom, boom, boom. Just for shits and giggles. Let's make sure our pedals are good. We don't have the octave on. You ready? Toge! Oogie boogie in your fookie. I think you guys get the idea. We're going to go in here and just make sure this noise gate is on. Fuck, I didn't even have to touch that. We'll throw in some bass lastly with this. Hey, Pete. That's pretty terrible. It's always fun. I was saying this to... Wicked. Let's lastly just chuck in some bass. And it's always hard, guys, sitting here in front of a live audience and trying to... You know, when you're not that kind of person, when you're the kind of person who looks at people in guitar shops, you know the wankers who go into guitar shops and just sit there and go through their 35,000 Metallica riffs. I'm not even going to do the Stairway to Heaven joke, but you know the guys. They go in there... And it's like, what, you don't get enough attention on stage, so you've got to go into a guitar shop for 2 hours and sit there and play hoping somebody gives a fuck. I'm not that person. I never have been, and I'm not a sick guitarist. It's just, yeah, the let me show you something guy. Everybody loves the let me show you something guy, huh? He's a fucking cunt. So, let's load in one of Nembrini's. We've got this bass driver here. This thing's pretty sick. We've got some tone for the bass. Let's see if we've got some kind of sound happening. There's some kind of input. Where are you? Okay. Oh, I know what's going on, guys. It's all right, guys. It's all right. It's me being a dick. There we go. That's very loud. Here we go. Man, this thing has some sick sounds in it, I'll tell you what. This industrial one. And I'm sure we have a noise gate in here. There you are. Shall we try that? Fuck, that's mental. Let's go! Decent. Let's bring it all together and wrap this sucker up. We'll make sure that's unplugged, all good. If you're wondering what I was using there for the bass, I'm using my, what is this thing? I can't even remember. It's an Ibanez 4-string bass. That is my bass there. You can go over here, honey. Stay. Shall we mix this thing in? Whee! Look at that. It's very loud at the moment. Let's pull all these down. Shall we? I should loop that, shouldn't I? So I don't have to keep doing the thing. Let's quickly loop it. That was... Not too bad, huh? Not too shabby. Now, of course, I said at the start of the show, you're not really going to be using this to make full-on death metal or anything like that, but hey, hard rock, some clean stuff, funky stuff. There's lots of options within this app, and another fine piece of kit from Nembrini. We've got Thomas Christ coming up next. I'm going to let you know the price of this thing. So it is available right now for $9.99 on iOS. And go feed your wife. Get into it. Santa will feed her. Feed her good. It's $10 at the moment on iOS. It will go up. It's at 50% half price. So at the moment, I can't tell you when. So if you want to get on it on iOS, get on it now. Also, if you want to get on it on the a desktop, it is currently $29. You can get it from nembriniaudio.com. It will go up to $137. So be aware if that's what you're looking for. Go and get it now. Tomorrow, my friends, what's going on? I'm very excited about tomorrow's app. I've been building up to this all week. Hey, this thing is the tits. It's absolutely the tits. Super excited. This is Camo Studio. We're looking at it tomorrow. You ever wanted to stream from your iPad? Have you ever wanted to, I don't know, do a screen recording of your work in Logic and have yourself in a little camera in the corner, all from your iPad? Have you ever wanted to stream your Mac into your iPad and then, use an external source to bring your your Mac into your iPad and then stream from your iPad? Use a Switch, use a PlayStation, and stream from your iPad. You can do that with this thing. You can even use, I shit you not, a fucking Stream Deck on your iPad now. Things are getting crazy. So we're taking a look at that tomorrow. We've got a sick interview this week. It is the Creator Rewind with Capsalam. She's been on here before. She's got heaps of new songs to go through. She's done so much since I had her on like 3 years ago. And she's got a brand new web series too called Touching Grass, where it's kind of like Walk With Me. So there's that. And we're doing a blast from the past this weekend, taking a look at the multi-track recorder from 4 Pockets on Friday. It's been out for a long time, but we're taking a look to see what you can do with it in 2025. Boom! Oh, yeah. Thomas Christ up next. I'm going to dump you over there automagically, and you can go hang out with Thomas next week in this time slot. Thomas will go after me next week, and then I do believe we're going to have a members-only kind of thing, which will happen every day after every week after Thomas's Make It Rock. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go. Very excited about tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of prep for this show tomorrow, so hopefully everything goes right. Touch wood. Do what makes you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. That's Oj.